Hello, yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I
Hello?
don't see. Hello, Layla.
Hi.
Hi. Yes, I can hear you, but I don't see you through the system.
Hi, yes.
Okay, Layla, can you hear me? Layla,
Oh, uh, I can
did
hear
you
you.
click?
Yeah.
Okay,
Can
click
you
on
hear
the
me?
link because I don't see you
I
on
can
our
hear you.
studio board.
Yes. Hello.
Click click on this link. Did you do that?
Uh, wait, the link in the email, or is there a different link?
Are you
Yeah,
on your
I clicked on the link in the email and it brought me to this screen that I'm on now.
Are you on your phone or are you on your computer? Layla?
Yeah, I'm on my computer.
Okay, so that's probably the reason why I don't see it. You can't do it on your phone?
Hello? Yes?
You cannot do it on your phone?
Not particularly easily, no.
Okay, so we're gonna sit there and work through this, okay? Because I don't
I
even
can try.
no, that's okay. Stay where you are. Don't do anything more because I really can't troubleshoot once we go live. And this is recording right now, so I'm gonna sit there edit this out into the show. But as long as we're hearing each other now, that's fine, okay? So let's hang tight. I'm gonna introduce you, and then we'll start talking again, okay? Okay, Layla.
Yep, great.
Okay, okay. Our special
I think
guest.
there's a delay, but I can hear you.
Okay, our special guest today is a writer, musician, and performer. She is based out of London. That's cool. I love London. So let's welcome to our show a special guest, Laila Woozeer. Okay, Laila, go ahead. Tell us more about yourself and your new book, ma'am.
Hi, yes, thanks so much for having me. Yeah, as you said, I'm a writer. I'm based in London. My book, Not Quite White, is a story about me. It's basically the story of my life growing up mixed race without representation and trying to find a sense of cohesion between the different parts of myself and figuring out a roadmap to feeling like a whole person who belonged in the world.
Very good. Yeah, let's give you a heads up. My son is biracial, and we live in Tempe, Arizona. And again, he's 27 now. He was born here, so he's had some nice times. Nothing too dramatic because being biracial. But our town, Tempe, Arizona, is a college town, so there are all kinds of races here. So that helps out a lot too. But I can understand going through that. I can appreciate that. So thank you for sharing that. What was a wow moment for you to write the book? Was there a real point where you said, okay, enough's enough? Let me write a book.
I'm not sure if I had a single defining moment or if it was a collection of frustrating moments where I had several experiences of trying to talk to white friends, white colleagues, white co-workers about my experiences with racism, and I felt like nobody could understand the severity or like the gravitas, or it seems like it was quite simple for people to dismiss, a single incident of racism as just one like minor disturbance across a whole day. And it did not feel like that to me at all. I realized that if I wanted to explain to people why these incidents felt so heavy, they would need the full context of what it's like growing up, not being able to see yourself or struggling to even articulate who you are, and to be able to see all the things that I had battled leading up to, whatever racist incident, whatever specific point it was that I was trying to discuss. And I decided the best way to get that context across would just be to provide it. So the book begins when I'm 4 years old and follows kind of every bit of development, every racist incident I suffered, whatever, from then onwards. So it was kind of a collection of defining moments and wanting to be able to explain how that felt to other people that spurred me on to write it.
Thank you for sharing that. Hey, do you think it's a London thing? I have a lot of guests from London, the UK, and so this is the first one we talked about this. Do you think it's a London thing? I don't know if you've ever been to America. We've come a long ways in America, but there's still issues. It depends on what part of the country you live in. Do you think it's a London thing?
I'm not sure. I think definitely I've found it to be worse in London, which is the capital, rather than in more rural areas. So I grew up in a really rural part of Wales, and even though that was a very large white majority of people living there, I didn't really experience that much racism there. I think because we were all, it was also a very low income working class area. And so there's a lot of class issues that are tied into issues of racism in this, definitely in this country, that are explored as well. But I think also in the UK, we don't, we're not as open about our like historical issues. We're not as open about colonization. I've I've never lived in the US. I've visited several times. I've got lots of family members in the US, and I
Hmm.
think there's maybe a more open acknowledgement of some of the atrocities that have happened in the country's history that in the UK has been like lacking, and it's we're trying to address. But I feel like it's only been in recent years that we've sort of been more open about the awful things that this country's done in the past. When I was growing up, that wasn't really something that was mentioned, which was difficult.
Very good. There is some background noise in your side. Can you kind of tweak that background noise if you could, please?
Uh, is
No,
that any better?
that's better. Thank you. Very good. Okay. Okay. So, how
Sorry.
do your yeah, it's okay. Your adolescence crisis manifests itself. How did your negative things happen? Really identify during that time. So, as you growing up, you see things. How did it manifest itself? How did it kind of build up to you, the negativity?
I think in my adolescence, it was really difficult because usually adolescence is a period of change, right? So
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
expecting to like go through puberty, but it's also a time of like self discovery. Most teenagers are very concerned with, who am I? What do I do? What do I like? Who am I going to be? And I felt like I had no grounding of who I was. Like I felt like, oh my god, like I don't even know who I am, and now you're telling me it's all going to change. I'm going to be
Yeah.
someone new, but I don't even know who I am yet. And I just, it was like I had no solid foundation to any part of understanding myself, and I think that is why I reached such a crisis in adolescence. So it manifested in so many ways. It was sort of like mental breakdown, I guess, but I don't know, like desperately trying to find ways to reclaim something that felt relevant. In my book, I talk about like I didn't really feel like a human. I felt like a sort of abstract set of ideas. Like, what if someone was part this country and part that country? Just because I'd like didn't even know any other mixed people or had never seen another like mixed white and Mauritian person in real life. It was like I felt like an alien or something. So it manifested in a lot of different ways, and then I think once that initial period of depression set in, it just sort of went downhill from there, really. But that was the initial spark, I guess, the initial trigger.
Do you think the mixed relationship with the Royals helped at all a little bit, or it was kind of in that manner, and that's the reason why they moved to the country, United States, or did it? Do you think it helped or hurt that situation?
Like you mean the situation in the country of not talking about colonization and stuff like that?
Yeah,
I don't know if it helped or hurt. I think more than anything, it highlighted. I think people of color in this country already knew how racist it was. We already could see that the monarchy were like extremely problematic. We could already see the high levels of denial. We already knew about the extreme levels of racism, like in our national media. It kind of highlighted all those things. I think it, it maybe helped to some degree because, helped is the right word, because obviously,